On this episode of Star Trek Universe, Effie and I are trapped in a bottle episode with rampant misogyny, hopefully unintended racism, and a tear-stained white knight. We are talking Star Trek 302, Elaan of Troyius, after these words from backstabbed ambassadors offering vital sick bed exposition.
Huzzah.
Welcome into Star Trek Universe. This is the classic watch/rewatch. I am David C. Robertson. I have watched all of this a million times.
And I am Effie Opellers, and I have only seen this the once.
And Memory Alpha, the summary. The Enterprise transports Dohlman of Elas to an arranged marriage on Troyius. That was it. That's it. That's what happened.
Indeed.
For
it's
sure.
Correct. It is, as usual, short but sweet. Oh boy. Yeah, the unintentionality of the racism. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I agree with that to an extent where I'm like, yeah, this does just seem like one of those, we're going for straight up misogyny, but for inclusivity's sake, we're casting a non-white woman. So,
yeah.
Oops, that has implications for the story.
Yeah. I mean, they're doing Helen of Troy meets Taming of the Shrew.
Yeah.
And
that,
then
like the Helen of Troy thing is very obvious. Yeah.
And then
it's in the name.
And they to their credit, they may not have realized France Nguyen was Asian. A lot of white dudes, especially back then, didn't look at things. They just like, she doesn't look especially Asian traditionally,
No, she looks darker skinned than the rest of the cast.
She
That's
looks
about it.
Perhaps Egyptian,
Yeah, sort of. She has that sort of pharaoh look to her, as in the cliche, of course. Like, we don't know what they look like to an extent, but
and they also even did the makeup to be, sort of Cleopatra-esque.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know what they were actually going for, but looking at it through present day, you're like, oh, it's the dragon lady trope, and now she's an uncivilized savage, and the white knight KIrk has to teach her how to be civilized. And
courtesy, goddammit.
Because he's willing to, swing his dick around, like suddenly that,
she respects strength.
She respects the strength.
Just go in there strong.
Now,
yeah.
And then she becomes
Don't be such a glib bastard, you ambassador. It does. Because I do like the equivalence they make, where it's like, yeah, you also think you're superior to her. Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, it's like, don't be such a weaselly little bastard and just don't try to placate her. Mm-hmm. Actually give her some back talk and she'll be fine. Which is, it escalates to such a weird place of like, yeah, she respects it when you slap her back.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Which, look, it is a thing that they did, I think, pretty well in Next Generation with Klingon women. I mean,
fair enough, but we know more about that culture to an extent.
Yeah.
So it has some semblance of sense where it's also clearly the way Klingon men treat them.
I mean, and then you have like the
which
natural
isn't good,
evolution you have the natural evolution in DS9 where, you got Klingon dude and his woman coming in to the sick bay every other day, laughing their asses off and
Jesus fuck
with their fucking shoulders dislocated and shit. Like, hey, it was a good battle. Like,
I got him good. Fair enough.
But in this, we don't know really anything about the culture, the Troyius or the Elas cultures.
We know very little, except for, wow, she is real authoritarian. Because from the get-go, when they have to kneel, it feels weird because you're like, why does she even expect that treatment from literally people who have no reason to treat her like royalty? This is an outside federation. You know this. You should know you are talking to equals. He's a commander. Like, just don't be a dick. But that sets the tone, really, for her being kind of portrayed as a whiny, entitled brat.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of brats, my goodness, this episode was written by some kinky motherfucker. Because that spanking exchange, like, that was...
Yeah.
That was, like, is this on network television? That was, to me, that was real charged.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I can't watch it.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Cuts away, cuts back to clearly we just had sex.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So anyway, yeah. But yeah, if you're not aware, it is a trope, and it was especially back then, to have to feature a violent, uncivilized, savage Asian woman, a dragon lady, is what the trope is called, who only responds to the white knight, and who threatens to give her a spanking here, and teach her how to be civil. And then they put the weird bit in about the magic tears, and then motherfucker, as soon as they do that, she becomes docile and subservient Asian woman paradigm.
Yeah, which is
who just
equally weird, because it's like, no, wait, you've been using these tears to enslave clearly all the people surrounding you. Like, the men in front of your door clearly are that sort of heart is enslaved. Like, that's to be assumed. But somehow you now use it to choose a strong partner, and you two are linked in some way, where it's like, why are you not using that to maintain your power and use it to control Kirk instead of going, I am now very compliant. And also, like, it is a trope with Asian women, but even if they hadn't known she was Asian, like, it wouldn't have been better if it was a woman of color in any other regard. Like,
it wouldn't.
Like, if you went African, it's not better. If you went South American, it's not better. None of it's great.
No, it just evokes different.
Doesn't work either way.
It just evokes different stereotypes.
It's just she's othered, and meanwhile the white green skin alien is more like us, but he shouldn't be so arrogant about it either. Yeah. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
So yeah, she becomes subservient, and what can I say? She just needed the right guy, and. No, but here's the thing. Here's the thing that pisses me off. This episode is such bullshit. I do not like this episode. I fucking hate this episode.
No, of course not.
It makes me so angry because, like, it could be such a better episode. Like, I felt like they kind of, like, first of all, okay, as is, she even admits to Kirk, it was no accident that you touched my tears. This was absolutely on purpose. With this starship, she says, we could go destroy fucking Troyius. My people will give you a fucking sector of space, put you in charge of some shit. Yeah. Like, we are...
And that's the point where I'm still like, oh, this makes sense. She's trying to use his power, claim it as her own, sort of, it's a power play. It's her actively going after the means Kirk has at his disposal and trying to over-captain him, essentially. Out-captain the captain.
Who knows if she's actually in love with him?
We don't.
They don't.
But she keeps insisting on it, because there is that subservience, docile sort of switch where it's like, is this trying to manipulate him? Because you don't have to, because he's already touched your tears and biochemically engaged to you, basically. Like,
but, so here's the thing, though, is like... They leaned into this a little bit at the end, and they should have been hitting this the whole time. They leaned into the idea for just a minute that she desperately wanted to eschew this horrible, unfair responsibility of giving up her own personal desires to marry a man she did not love and did not know.
Yeah, there is a lot of... There are many lines throughout where I'm like, oh, I sympathize with you.
Yes.
Because you are being forced into an arranged marriage for the sake of planets being at peace. Which is the stupidest, archaic way of brokering a peace. But Jesus, it's then she, gets right back to being a bitch about it, and you're supposed to go like, oh, she's real uncivilized and rude, and she eats with her hands, and I don't know.
I'll be honest, when she was eating with her hands, it's kind of hot.
It was fine. It was like I was like, yeah, she's kind of overacting it, but like, drink from the bottle. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, why are we like, use your glass, here's a fucking knife? Like, what the fuck, dude? Why is this the most important thing?
Yeah.
The treating of other people, like being courteous, saying thank you, sure, that makes a semblance of sense. The way Kirk goes about it is also being a dick, and at the same time,
Well, you can't be nice to her.
Complete bullshit. Yeah, exactly. You can't be nice to her because she won't respect you then.
Yeah.
So you have to be a dick.
It's the same thing with the Tellarites.
Then you get into the weirdness of, oh, she just needs to learn our ways and stop being a cunt.
So that's the thing. Do you remember like the little pig-faced people with the deep inset eyes from Journey to Babel who were like screaming at fucking Spock's dad, Sarek?
Yeah.
So they are founding members of the Federation. Eventually, when you get to Enterprise, there's a whole bit where like Captain Archer realizes, oh, to make diplomacy work for these people, you have to insult the fuck out of them. So like you can't be nice.
Yeah.
Because this is their culture. So like I don't mind her being uncivilized and kind of a brat, especially if they had leaned way the fuck more into this, like she's being forced to do this and she doesn't want to, and
she's acting out because of that. Like if there's something in there of that nature, but at the same time, it seems to just be her.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem to be like a wider cultural thing. It's because the people, like the men outside the door, are also kind of dicks, but not in the same way.
They're just mad because they have to wear fucking fruit roll-ups as costumes.
Why are my legs so exposed? I guess I look good in this. But it is...
My armor is made out of sour candy gummies.
Oh, speaking of costumes, I did enjoy the ambassador having that sort of sleeve sash thing that was one fabric connected to itself. That looked cool. That was fun.
Yeah.
I didn't notice it until later on, but it's a cool look. I need a sash sleeve. I'll work on that. But,
Don't we all?
Don't we all need a sash/sleeve? Jesus, that's impossible to pronounce. But like, it doesn't. At no point does it feel like she is an individual in that sense of like I'm acting out because I am forced into this by council members and fucking diplomats.
Yeah.
It feels like, because the perspective we get from the start is through that ambassador of being like, yeah, this is what their women are like. Ugh. And I'm like, dude, why do we not get enough pushback against that? Where it's like, no, she just doesn't want to get into that. But then we have those lines of like, oh, let's conquer this part of the star system. And you're like, oh, she is just a straight up dictator, evil person. She's not just trying to get out and like have Kirk take her somewhere else.
Yeah.
No. It is at that point very valid for Kirk to be like, how could you even think of that? And then chemically into, I have to make out with you though. I cannot stop even when I hear my friends, ringing the doorbell.
Yeah.
It's,
By the way, how much did you like the line, Mr. Spock, the women on your planet are logical. That's the only planet in the galaxy that can make that claim.
Oh, God. That was so on the nose. It's like, I know it's the 60s, but come on, you wrote that knowing full well that was problematic. That was, like, it's a standard fucking joke, but it's not even a good one or an original one. Like, that's just, you knew you were being a dick to women in that moment.
Yeah.
Fuck off. like as soon as he starts that sentence, you know where the next one is headed, and it's like, come on, no.
I think it's a terrible joke, and I understand my own hypocrisy when I say that, because one of my favorite jokes in the Back to the Future trilogy is when Doc says that he's going to give up time travel and and pursue the other great mystery of the galaxy, women.
Yes, but that's a different joke.
It is a different joke, but it's still but that's funny because it very clearly leaves the space for him to be clueless about women. Yeah. You can very easily read that sentence and be like, oh, this character is a dumbass guy who doesn't get women. It's not the problem is women. They're the great mysteries. The problem is clearly you regard them as a mystery. You clearly have never talked to one. What is your problem? You know what it really was, though? It was just foreshadowing.
Oh.
Because they were filming Back to the Future 3 where he meets the lovely Mary Steenburgen, and gets with her at the end.
Right. I haven't seen them in so many years. I need to rewatch those movies. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I loved them as
favorite.
kids, but I was young, relatively speaking.
Favorite trilogy ever.
It is great.
Fuck a Star Wars.
But it also sort of. But I watched all three of them also in sequence to so they all sort of blurred together.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I don't know where the second one begins and the third one ends. That just.
And it's crazy because they're filmed like 5 years apart. The first two.
Yeah.
And the second two are filmed at the same time.
Which is also great, but it's one of those things I just haven't seen them as a full grown adult, so I have to.
Oof.
I'm very curious to see.
I do it every year and a half.
I know, and for good reason.
I just get to a place where I'm like, okay, I'm kind of depressed. I need to watch Back to the Future.
That's fine. That's fair.
My favorite
That's fair.
things.
You gotta have those things where you're like, I can fall back on this to feel better. Right after you watch this episode, for instance, you just sort of need a pick-me-up.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, the world is terrible. Maybe I should watch something that makes me happy and feel like I'm younger again.
Yeah.
Like a better time. And also Westerns.
Yeah. But look, I think Elaan of Troyius, this episode, is just fucking messy. It's messy. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. As far as her motivations, because at the end we're supposed to still feel sorry for her. She's like, no, I'm gonna go do my fucking responsibility.
Yeah, I finally got my spirit broken like a wild horse, and now I have to go marry this guy we never see. And don't you want to come to the ceremony? No, we don't have the budget for that. Here's a knife. And at that point, you're still kind of wondering if she's gonna stick it in his chest.
Yeah. Now, this episode does have some interesting bits in it. Them fighting the Klingons. That's like, there is a, you, as a culture.
A lot happens in a way. There is that element. There's the, okay, what is he doing in the engine room? There's just a lot of different threads in that sense.
There were some good
quotes. The crystals on their necklace and stuff like that.
There were some good quotes, but like them fighting the Klingons, coming head to head, fighting 1-on-1 against a D7 cruiser. That culturally we think a lot about Star Trek with that in mind. Like when I read, I can't remember who said it, but someone was saying that Denzel Washington in I think Crimson Tide or some shit was like, the episode of Star Trek where they're fighting the Klingon ship, and then Kirk yells at Scotty, "I need the warp engines," and we all think that's like plenty of episodes. No, just this one.
It's this one, yeah,
just this one.
No, exactly, because it isn't Star Wars. Let's be real, and it is more interesting than a standard pew 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 sort of scene.
Yeah,
like because they didn't have those effects anyway. But it is a far more interesting depiction because it is far closer to the sort of submarine battle type thing where we're maneuvering and we're anticipating the other movements, and we're only launching torpedoes when we get an opportunity and when we are reasonably certain they'll hit. And on top of that, there's the layer in the plot of, no, they're trying not to provoke an all-out war. So even though the Klingon warship is trying to provoke us, they kind of want us to blow up ourselves. And we found out just in time, but we can't let them know yet. So there's a lot more mind games going on than just move fast, shoot people. Like it is a very that's a solid scene.
Yeah. By the way, the way you said we're maneuvering and we're trying to anticipate each other's movements, I thought you were going to say, and we do not judge. Because people say like we listen and we do not judge.
But we judge. I'm not kink shaming, but whoever wrote that spanking line, I'm judging. You just needed to get that on TV. Fuck off. I know it's the 60s, but come on, just keep it in your pants.
No. I did like some quotes. We cannot make peace with people we detest. Stop trying to kill each other, then worry about being friendly. Yeah. I enjoyed that. Because
it is very much in that moment where you're like, oh no, neither side is great. Like this culture trying to assimilate her into their ways. It might be closer to our ways, and that's why we are, receptive to the idea that she should shut the fuck up and just kind of be somewhat courteous, somewhat polite. But other than that, it's like, no, he's a dick behind her back too. Like, he still wants to kill them and go. Like, there's no reason to be like, oh, they're a great people. No, they fucking hate each other on both sides, and I'll be like, over my dead body will she? Come on.
I have to admit, I thought Elaan was funny in a lot of instances. Like when she said, "Engines are for mechanics and menials."
It's like, oh, you're really trying to make her sound like a fucking elite that has like is so out of touch with reality and just trying to insult the person in front of her at every turn.
Courtesy is not for inferiors.
Oh my goodness! Yeah,
I mean, honestly, the way she was throwing that knife, those knives, dude. Like, I don't know, she's kind of a badass. I'd love to see. Like, I just wish her character had been more 2-dimensional. Or
less 2-dimensional, more 3-dimensional.
She was so fucking 2-dimensional. I would just like for her to be more 2-dimensional.
More 2-dimensional than she is already. I don't get what you're trying to say. How do dimensions work?
She's so 2-dimensional.
Yes.
That I would settle for more 2-dimensional.
You want her to be a less rounded character than she is now? How?
More 2-dimensional. It's just a stupid joke. I'm sorry.
I'm sure I will get this one day, but I think you have to explain this to me off mic. Yeah.
The joke, I will say, okay, you would think like 1-dimensional, then there's 2-dimensional, then there's 3-dimensional, but she is so 2-dimensional. She's almost 1-dimensional, so I would settle for her being more 2-dimensional. I don't even need her to be 3-dimensional.
No. Just actually hit that second dimension. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Point taken. Yeah.
She's just above 2-dimensional.
Puns. My goodness. Yeah. It
was just a dumb joke, man.
just negative numbers multiplying. It's anyway. Ignore my brain, people. I hope you enjoyed the joke at first.
I didn't say. Hey,
straight out of the gate.
I mean, it's not a smart joke. It's stupid.
Exactly. So I hope other people were stupid enough to get it. I'm trying to say our listeners are... No, they're not stupid. They're great. You guys are great.
Speaking of stupid, though, the whole, like, Dr. McCoy at the end being like, I got the antidote to the tear. And then Spock is like, no need. The Enterprise infected the captain long before the Dohlman did. What the fuck?
I mean, I get that point because we are watching Kirk struggle throughout to choose his duty once again over a woman, despite the instinctual biochemical urge to actually listen to her.
Right.
But then it's still dumb to be like, oh, I guess I'm not administering this antidote now. Like, what the fuck? No. Get him out of his suffering. It will distract him. There's no reason not to actually...
Yeah, I like
get this out of his system.
I like to think that after Spock went over and like stuck his face in the fucking visor again or whatever, McCoy was just like,
jab him.
Yeah, just like in a pig's eye.
Yeah, but it was a good enough line, like a solid note to end on, where it is once again reiterating, no. Like, I know we make him make out with a lot of women, but the ship's his woman.
Right.
And that's been the through line throughout. And really, I'm not sure if he makes out with more women than he slaps women. So at this point, both numbers are too high.
He does make out with women a lot more than he slaps women, for sure.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it's often the combination.
Even if you include the weird karate chop to that one Kelvin's neck.
Yes.
All right.
There's a lot of instances. Let's put it that way.
Let's do some trivia. This is one of the only 2 episodes in the entire franchise, to have both been fully written and directed by the same person. The other is the Star Trek Picard 3rd season episode, The Last Generation. Of course, like John Meredith Lucas wrote and directed this one. And now, I don't know about fully written and directed, because John Meredith Lucas says, "Oh, that story was Gene Roddenberry's. I just wrote the version. Yeah. I just wrote an adaptation.
I just wrote a draft based on his fucking story idea. Yeah.
No, I was like, that was that motherfucker. I don't know.
I got the credit, so I have to deal with the responsibility now. Fuck that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So I know I said I made the joke about it. The guards having costumes constructed out of gummies, but it was actually red and orange plastic placemats.
Placemats?
Placemats.
Jesus. Okay, that explains something, I guess.
I don't know what they were doing here, but in the second to last scene, and I didn't even clock this, and I never have, Sulu wears a blue shirt, and then in the next scene, he returns in the yellow shirt. Now, I remember him wearing a blue shirt in Where No Man Has Gone Before.
I don't remember this. I remember a person in a blue shirt sitting in his spot at the end.
Yeah.
But that was a different actor in my experience. But maybe, I just don't know.
I don't know. That was a little sus, honestly.
Yeah. Well, that's weird. We have to check for that.
So, I love this. The Dohlman of Elan, undergoes more costume changes than any other TOS character, with the exception of Barbara Anderson in The Conscience of the King and Ricardo Montalban in Space Seed.
Oh, fair enough.
Now, France Nguyen's...
There are a lot of outfits, yeah.
Yeah, every time she shows up, she's wearing something different. I'm like, oh my God. France Nguyen's costumes are far more revealing than Barbara Anderson's, however.
Who is surprised?
The purple and silver halter top and attached shorts, the silver flowered breast and groin shields on black mesh, the orange dress, and the blue wedding gown, with typical of William Ware Thies's designs, featured no sides. Now, do you remember the Thies titillation theory?
Is that the thing where it's like the most you can get away with, or
No. Okay.
What am I thinking of?
I mean, kind of. But so William Ware Thies was the costume designer for this series.
Yeah.
And he had a Thies titillation theory, and this theory posits that the sexiness of a garment is directly proportional to the perceived possibility that it might fall off.
Right.
Suggesting...
could you have a wardrobe malfunction? Yeah.
Suggesting that the illusion of a potential wardrobe malfunction is more compelling than nudity itself.
That's fair.
I love it.
At the same time, that I almost forgot that the attire she arrives in, like that pan up shot from her legs crotch upward.
Yeah.
That was a bit much. That was really on the nose.
Yeah.
Like I like that's just objectification in a weird way where you're like, I mean, I get it, but come on, like be subtle about it. I don't know. And at the same time, I did really appreciate the whole more or less fake out in having the Dohlman of Elas announced, and you don't know it's a woman yet, and they specifically choose a title that is very clearly man in there, so you're led to assume, oh, this is some leader guy, and it's a gal in a bikini, which, aside from the reveal, I like that sort of fake out-ish moment where it's like, you didn't see that coming, and then her character was introduced, and I was like, never mind. This could have been a man. Never mind.
Pitching a fit.
It would have been very different if it had been a man just needing some slapping around by Kirk to get him to learn some manners.
But then he touched his tears and
exactly, and everybody got their gay slash fic sort of moment on Star Trek.
Yeah.
Would have done gangbusters.
I know I laughed about John Meredith Lucas basically trying to pin it on Roddenberry. But apparently he was pleased with the episode, saying, quote, I enjoyed the love story aspect of the show and I thought it was an interesting change of pace. You didn't get to do too many of those. The fuck? What did you think happened? Didn't,
but also, how is this a love story?
Now,
it's like, I mean, there is the sort of ending that's like longing for each other and will never get over each other, and that sort of implication, but at the same time it rings completely false because he was literally love potioned into actually giving a shit about this woman. Like if you regard this as a love story, you have to really, really be hung up on the the spanking lines being, oh, there's sexual tension here. Like, come on, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
That's a weird take.
Producer Fred Freeberger noted that the episode was intended to appeal to women who were skeptical of science fiction. He says, quote, "We tried to reach a segment of the audience we couldn't otherwise reach and didn't succeed."
Really, you didn't? How? I wonder why.
Well, here's the weird thing. Like, the women were there. Like, the people, the person
It's
who
not like-
led the letter writing campaign to get it renewed was a woman. There were lots of women.
It's very much the worst thing we can do for a female audience is to give them what we think women want. That's where it went wrong. When we actually just gave them fun science fiction, we were fine. Women were into it. Because people like that shit.
Yeah. It's like Fred Friedberger.
It's almost like women are people.
Yeah. Fred and fucking John Meredith Lucas over there like, make her titty jiggle. The women will like that. Well,
exactly.
They'll relate to it. Their titties jiggle too.
Admittedly, I don't mind that, but it's not what I came here for. Oh my god.
All right, so let's get a little camel toe in there, and the women will like that. They'll say, "See, she's a real woman."
Nah, that was before the culture war of transphobia really caught on. Real woman wasn't as loaded of a term yet.
Yeah, no, it was just the standard bullshit. You know, like when you have like the test audiences for the Cage saying, "Who the fuck does that?" Women in the test audiences going, "Who the fuck is that? Yeah. Is that woman? She's not a real woman. She needs to get the fuck out of here."
How dare you not stick to what I need to stick to? Yeah, wow.
You put on a dress and make muffins for the captain, damn it.
How dare you wear pants? No, fair enough. That's also an aspect. She's in a bikini. Don't you relate to her being objectified? You are being objectified at every turn. It's what women want to see.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Anywho.
Yep.
Do you have any more thoughts on Elaan of Troyius?
Oh God. I hope not. I hope not. Also, why? Like, we get one ambassador with a weird alien outfit, sure.
Yeah.
But then we have woman with dark skin with a couple of guards that are clearly white man with a tan. Like they it feels like they got some fake tan on, and it felt off. Something was like, we're not doing a consistent alien species. We're just kind of being weird about this.
To be fair, it felt like they got a couple of muscly surfer bros because they're in California.
They're in tanning beds already. Fair enough. It is the bodybuilder lifestyle. It just they looked kind of weird, but they looked weird in other ways too. You know, the short Roman skirts, great stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, like the Elaan of Troy is in there somewhere, but it's so much more Taming of the Shrew that really overshadows all of it.
Well, the Elaan of Troy was really just the marrying of another people to stop the war, you know. So,
but also Elaan of Troy started the fucking war, so that feels like you didn't read the book in the same way that I'm not sure the Taming of the Shrew has the same point you made in this episode, but whatever.
Well, I don't know.
Read
like,
that in a while.
You know, the Taming of the Shrew has been changed a lot in modern.
Interpretations, sure, yeah.
A lot of modern, like for decades, they've changed it because
we've been retelling that. Yeah.
The original play is so fucking fucked up. So but
also we watched that play through. I guess like the story still works even without completely adapting it. Where it's like, oh, you watch it, but in a sort of horrified way instead of you have those stories where it's like, oh, this is presented as a comedy, but you're actually just, oh my god, and that can be intentional, which is what we tend to do now with modern adaptations or interpretations.
I'm just gonna stick to 10 Things I Hate About You.
It's great. That's fucking great. Yeah. No, that's fair. It's a great movie. There's absolutely a weird scene with a teacher in there, but let's ignore that.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, Larry Miller.
Who was Larry Miller again?
Their dad.
Oh, clearly forgot about that character. I don't know.
How could you? How could you?
I don't have a picture of the actor in front of me, so I just don't fully remember. I remember Heath Ledger being adorable.
Yeah.
And the girl whose name I don't remember being very fun, but yeah, I remember the main characters. That's something.
Well, if you're talking about fun, it's probably not gonna be Julia Stiles, so it'd have to be Larissa Oleynik.
I'll look into this once we're done.
Yeah.
Post show.
Yeah.
On Patreon today, it's apparently us talking about fucking 10 things I hate about you.
Look,
yeah.
Not necessarily in this movie, though he does a fantastic job. The guy that plays their dad, Larry Miller, is one of the funniest fucking character actors you will ever find.
Mm-hmm.
Just check him out. Go watch a Guy Thing.
Oh, okay. But
which also has Julia Stiles in it, for fuck's sake. Yeah.
But also you brought him up previously as if that was another problematic scene.
No.
Okay, he's a great guy. Good to know. Then I don't.
That's what I was going to say. I was like,
so
yeah,
I don't
problematic.
mishear you.
No, it was like, yeah, problematic scene.
But on the other hand,
Larry
you have
Miller.
to watch him. Now I know. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that was anyway. We got some feedback here for Elaan of Troyius from Sterling Gray. And let's get into it real quick. Hey, folks. So is Kirk Superman? Always. He just outsmarts everyone, even computers, all the time, huh?
I mean, yes, but also computers in the 60s were kind of shit, so it seemed conceivable. Yeah. And Superman, my interpretation of the character, he wouldn't be necessarily fucking brilliant or anything. That's kind of the point. Otherwise, Lex wouldn't even be a neat foil. If they were both fucking geniuses, but one of them was strong, it would kind of not be a competition.
Sometimes he's super intelligent, especially in the Silver Age.
Yeah, but the Silver Age also had him clone
juggling
himself
planets,
and fuck off.
Yeah.
I'm not taking that into account. If we took into account every interpretation from the fucking Silver Age, we'd be here a while.
Yeah, every issue you're just going oh, that's a really weird, cool new power. Why didn't you do that last issue when you were faced off against the fucking the man?
Yeah, because it wouldn't have been the exact right thing to do in that situation. But here, it works perfectly for the story. How weird.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You can turn back time now by flying against the planets. That's interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know physics worked that way. Anyway.
They don't, but they do for Superman.
They don't. But everybody gotta dig at a movie everybody loves and uses as an inspiration for new ones, I guess.
Sure.
I'm glad that era is over, where every DC director was going, oh, I'm so inspired by Donner's Superman. And I'm like, God damn it, of course you were. You were a kid. What the fuck are we? More shit has come out since. But yeah, at least they stopped mentioning it by now.
Sterling says.
Oh, right. Yeah, we were on a Trek episode. Yes. Mm-hmm.
He beat the Klingons again. I get it. They are the recurring villains, but they certainly don't look like the species that brought the Federation to its knees during a long, bloody war. I liked the battle, though, but that warp maneuvering sequence didn't make much sense to me.
Yeah, the action is never the point, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's really well done, but,
Sometimes, yeah. But it also doesn't have to be brilliantly thought out because they just had to make it work with a bunch of models.
Yeah, I have to be honest. I don't care much about action unless it's really funny or really cool.
I care exactly. If it's really cool, I'm down for that.
Yeah,
but it's not necessarily what I expect from this show.
Yeah,
it's just I'm willing to be surprised, but also I'm expecting it to be Shatner just jump kicking the guy with his legs together every time. That's his move. That's the stunts they got.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna see one soon where he just drops and starts rolling into people's fucking feet, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, right. You've shown me that GIF before. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
So Sterling continues. Kirk also outwilled the unbeatable tears of an Elasian woman. Yet another time where his willpower overcame an alien virus. But to unhex those magic tears, it did reveal or reinforce that the Enterprise is Kirk's true love. Of course, the Enterprise, like all of his loves, ends up dying tragically. Spoiler alert, Effie.
God damn it!
Oh, yeah. Come on, Sterling. I don't read these before I hear them because I want to.
Yeah. At least I don't know when it's coming, so it will hit me regardless. Where I'm like, God, duh. And,
Sterling says, more sexism. Kirk scolded Elaan like she was a child, and he slapped her dead in the face. But at least, like nearly all of the other women ever seen in the show, she was dressed in sexy clothes. 1968, I guess. Seriously, Kirk is on a diplomatic mission, and she is basically a princess. How is that okay? Here's why it's okay, and it's not, because you just heard our review. But
of course.
here's the thing, is like, what they were trying to do was, she's spoiled, and she does not respect anyone who caters to her, so you have to be a dick to her.
Yeah, that was what they were going for.
Well, they did. Enterprise does the same thing with, God, what are those pig-faced people from Journey to Babel? God, now I can't remember.
Oh, yeah.
Tellarite.
Those, yes.
Right. So there are the people who are like, we don't respect this, and you know what? That's a little bit of a thing. That's known.
Fun, sure.
I have a woman in my family who is a little like that. Like
Sometimes you have to
you just can't be nice. You can't be nice.
You just gotta tell her what you fucking need. Yeah. Fair enough.
Just yell at her, and anything else, you're you're walking on eggshells around me. You're a pansy.
Sometimes aliens are like your dysfunctional family.
Right.
And no, but if recent history has told us anything, it is that we want women to be in sexy clothes and treated like kids because they're kids, because, god damn it, powerful people are pedophiles. So I feel like this all sort of ties together neatly, where it's like, yeah, you want to treat her like a child, you want to slap her around. That's the male gaze fantasy we're going for, apparently. Still,
I guess. Yeah.
God fucking damn it.
I'm good with the sexy clothes, but I can't deal with it.
Yeah.
I didn't have children. I can't deal with
too.
children.
I know.
Like, no, you gonna act like an adult, damn it.
And I did.
Yeah.
No, I'm not that young. It's fine. We met when I was of age. It's fine.
What the hell are we talking about here?
I just went, you're going to act like an adult. And I'm like, I think I did.
Not you. Not specifically you.
The general you, but it felt funny to make it personal. I'm sorry.
Not romantically involved.
I didn't say that either. You made that out of it. There's no implication. Good sir, I would never.
I am never good. Nor sir.
That too.
All right, so...
we're getting a little off track.
Yeah, Sterling says, Uhura is a lieutenant. There wasn't an ensign who could be forced to give up their quarters for Elaan. They don't have guest quarters for dignitaries. Well, they did. They do have guest quarters, I think, and it wasn't good enough. That
exactly.
was the
The
whole thing.
problem was like, we need a nice room, and apparently Uhura is the one with taste and a bigger suite, of course, because an ensign would likely have smaller quarters than the lieutenant. So I don't know. It makes some sense. Yeah. But yeah, it's weird that. On the other hand, it's a fucking military vehicle. Why would they have ships just for fucking royalty? Like, why would you waste the space just to have a nice giant bridal suite or some shit? Like, you're not gonna be like, oh, this one has a king size. Like, fuck off. That's not very efficient. It's not gonna happen that often. I mean, it does because it's the show and everything happens on this ship, but generally, you wouldn't.
We did have that room for dignitaries, but we converted it to Captain Kirk's Bukkake chamber. And
there's just a lot of people waiting there to join him every time.
Yeah.
You can think yourself in which role Kirk is involved there, but that's up to you.
He doesn't use.
Is he standing or sitting? That's up to you.
He doesn't use the Bukkake cups. He uses his toupee. He just pulls it off. He's like, jerk off into the toupee. Yes, Mr. Spock. The jizz is green. Anyway,
It should be. Yeah.
Finally, this is for all the Dragon Ball Z fans out there. Those Elasian bodyguards looked like Prince Vegeta, Rakambe, and Jace from the Genju Force. I don't know how to say these words. They all,
You're
I know
doing fine, I
Vegeta.
think.
They all even had Dragon Balls on their chest. Dude, they so do. In case you're unfamiliar, I have enclosed some screenshots. As soon as you said Dragon Ball, I was like, oh, fuck, yeah. Because
Shoulder pads, man. God damn.
Well, as you just heard in the review, I was like, it looks like they have fashioned shoulder pads out of fruit roll-ups. But absolutely, yeah. You know what? Or jelly shoes. Did y'all have jelly shoes over in the Netherlands?
I don't know what they are. So if we did, they had a different fucking name.
They are just these like gross fucking like flip-flops that were like they were also had like they were more than flip-flops, but they were like gummy and they were
that's
like
sort of sticky material.
Sticky,
that
but
they,
like translucent, and they also had like sparkles in them, and girls wore them all the time. Little girls wore them all the time
It's hip.
Almost said the 60s, in the fucking late 80s and 90s.
Yeah, 90s, yeah.
They're
I
called
don't
jelly
know
shoes.
if we had a name for those, but I'm sure I've seen them at some point. I don't know. I wasn't allowed to watch Dragon Ball Z as a kid, so I have no reference outside of these screenshots to be like, I see the resemblance. And other than that, I know fuck all about all of these Dragon Balls.
Yeah. I've watched 9 or 10 episodes of the original Dragon Ball. It's very, very perverted.
Of course.
Yeah.
It tends to happen. I also wasn't allowed to watch Pokemon, but then again, you can ask me anything about Pokeballs. At this point, I am in. I have been sold for a long time. It's 30 years, and god damn it if they haven't stolen a lot of money from me in that time.
Stolen. I
gave it to them. That's fair.
You were like, shut up and take this. And they were like, oh.
Okay, I guess we'll give you another game for that.
All I can say is Pika Pika.
Are you sure you need both versions?
Pika Pika, motherfucker.
I need to use that as a ringtone. Jesus. That's good.
All right.
I'll just have you call me to come podcast, and it'll be like your voice, Pika Pika, motherfucker. I would enjoy that. I should remember this.
All right, Sterling, thank you, man. Thank you for writing in. That was a lot of fun.
Yes, lovely.
And if you guys want to write in, StarTrekUcast@gmail.com. We're not stopping at TOS, so we're gonna keep going with TAS after TOS. So whenever you want to hop on and start sending us some fucking feedback, as Sterling has. Mm-hmm. Took him 2 fucking seasons to get here, but here we are.
He caught up.
He caught up. Look at that. All right. Mm-hmm. We're gonna talk to y'all next week and pop back out to the show as we're wrapping up. Next time on the Star Trek Universe Classic Watch Rewatch, Kirk gets zapped and calls himself KIrk, and then fills a native tribal lady with his KIrk.
I feel like there's a rhyme with Kid Rock in there that would not work anymore because Kid Rock is weird these days.
Well, we're not bringing him into it.
That
motherfucker's been weird for a long time.
I'm sure. I never cared for him. I have no exposure to whoever he ever was before.
Yeah,
if before.
We're joining Kirk and crew on a planet reminiscent of home as we discuss Star Trek 303, the problematic syndrome. I mean, Paradise Syndrome. Paradise Syndrome.
Oh, no. I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, man.
Oh, boy. I wonder what syndrome it's going to be.
Amnesia Kirk coming to save a bunch of Native Americans on a distant planet?
Of course.
White knighting for those people?
So it's 2D Avatar.
Not quite.
I haven't seen it, but
I'll tell you the truth. As problematic as the episode is, Paradise Syndrome is one of my favorite episodes.
Oh, spoilers!
Yeah,
that I'll be sure to keep an eye out for your favorite parts.
Yeah, it's more of just like the lore of the universe, but I do really like some of the character work.
I love me some lore, so we'll see.
Anyway,
I haven't watched them yet. We'll get to it.
Yeah. Let's get the fuck out of here, Joe Lontrue. Live long and prosper. And of course,
Eat that dick, people. Eat a dick.
big old KIrk dick.
Yeah, boy.
Place his ancient obelisk into your open womb.
I will know what that means next time.
All right.
I'm just glad we didn't actually gobble up Kid Rock's dick. Like, that would have been worse. We can't promote that sort of actions.
I don't know Kid Rock references enough. Like,
Me neither. I just know he's a manga douchebag.
yeah, I thought
That's all I know. I'm like, oh, that's the one artist they can use his music from. Like, that's all I know.
I know, like, years ago, he had that song Cowboy, and then, like, that guy died, that little person that was always on stage with him, that was his buddy. And I was shocked when he died because I thought it was his son the whole time.
Oh, no. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I should probably stop this recording. Good luck in the edit room.
You think I'm going to edit?
It's all staying in, isn't it? Shit.
Mm-hmm. Star Trek Universe is produced by Matthew Carroll and David C. Robertson. If you'd like to hear more from Matthew Carroll, check out all of his podcasts at strandedpanda.com. And go look for his music by searching Matthew Carroll wherever you get music. He did the theme for this show. Find out more about Effie Ophelders and her writing at euphemia.ophelda.rs. And if you want more of me, David C. Robertson, you can find links to my other podcast, DC On Screen, my poetry, short stories, photography, artwork, and my free all-encompassing weekly/semi-weekly newsletter at davidcrobertson.com. All links are in the show notes. If you'd like to reach out and have your voice heard, email us StarTrekUcast@gmail.com.